All right, ladies and gentlemen, I had a client ask me about people with disabilities. If you're not a veteran and you're disabled, are there any contracts or set-asides or anything for people with disabilities? There is, and there's not. Here's the thing. The ADA, the American Disabilities Act, was passed in 1990. And it's a law that protects people with disabilities against discrimination. The problem is, if someone doesn't hire you because you have a disability, how do you prove that they didn't hire you because of the disability and it wasn't another factor? How do you prove discrimination? Well, it's not easy, but here's the catch. Here's the catch-22. Here's the kicker. If you can prove discrimination because of your disability, then you can qualify for an 8A as a government contractor. See? And the SBA would tell you there are no set-asides for people with disabilities. Well, it's not who you know, it's what you know. And who you know. You know me, so. Here's the kicker, all right? The 8A program is based on social disadvantage. So you're either from a presumed disadvantaged group, like being a minority, or a person who has experienced persistent and chronic discrimination based on their disability, gender, veteran status, race, culture, or some other factor. We would have to prove to the SBA that you've been discriminated against, but if we can prove that, then you can qualify for the 8A, and this is a 9-year program. And the beauty of the 8A is that there's so few people that have access to that program, that are actually in that program. As a woman, you're sharing 5% of the total budget as a woman, but there's 70,000 other women that are sharing that 5%. Same thing as a minority. You're about 60,000 minorities sharing that 5%. Veterans have it better. There's only 40,000 veterans sharing that 5%. But 8As get the same 5%, and there's only 5,300 8As worldwide that can share that 5%. We're talking 5% of the entire federal budget. So yes, there are set-asides for people with disabilities that aren't military, aren't veteran related, as long as we can prove that you've been discriminated against. Now, outside of that, if we can't prove discrimination, you've got the ADA to protect you, but again, if we can't prove that you're being discriminated against, that's not going to help you get a job. If they say that they didn't hire you because of some other reason, we'd have to prove that that's not true, and that's hard to do. But you have other resources available to you. There's what's called, if your disability is being blind, there are contracts that are set aside by the government for people that are blind. There's the Ability One program provided by the DoD, and this Ability One program employs more than 45,000 people who are blind. There's the Lifehouse for the Blind, which is not, I think they're federally funded, but they're a nonprofit, I believe. I'd have to double check. You've also got the disability resources by the Department of Labor. So you can go to dol.gov and search disability, and there's all kinds of resources on the DOL site. Unfortunately, when it comes to disability, applying for disability benefits is not easy. Most of these government systems are the same. If you're going to apply for disability, most people who do it on their own fail the first 2 times. It takes them about 2.5 years to get it done. Usually the 3rd time's the charm. Same thing with government systems. People who try and do their 8A or their HUBZone or their VETBIZ, a lot of them fail the first 2 times, and the average is 1.5 to 2.5 years before they get it done on their own. One that is even worse, and it really bothers me, but it is what it is. Ask a veteran who's gotten an honorable or general discharge, and when they come home and they apply for their veterans benefits, something that they've worked for, something that they deserve, not a privilege, it's a right, because they've served for that right. And the average person who applies for their own veterans benefits, it takes them 1 year to 2.5 years to get their own benefits. And they have failed the first 2 times. A lot of people wind up paying an attorney or a private professional to do it for them, and that person either charges a flat fee or they charge a percentage of their first year's benefits. And you know, it's sad, but it is what it is. You know, you want to get registered, do it properly. You want to get it done quickly, use a professional. That's the bottom line. But anybody who has disabilities and you need resources, you need help, reach out to me. I'll do anything I can to help you. You can call me direct, 727-800-3012. My cell number, 678-3521. My email, jwayne@usfcrgov.com. And I'll help you win contracts. All I ask in return is that you make me an offer I can't refuse. Or, you know, if it's a small contract, write me up a nice little, you know, just say something nice. Tell me something, blah, 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 you know, about me. And I'll put it on my board here with all these other ones. Make sure to like and subscribe and share. Talk to you then, guys. Thanks. Bye.